Alright, welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, PiMacleod. We're here on day 4412. That's ridiculous. I'm still... I understand the amount of days I've logged in this game, but it's still a mighty number. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Let's go. We're here to do a pull session. Silver Sable's in the game. Fun fact, I don't know her. I'm just your average, comic book, movie, video game fan. Okay? So I know a lot of the mainstays that we get in, our comic book culture. They feed us. So, like my favorite's Nightcrawler. And I know a lot of the OG, like the old X-Men cartoon peeps. And I like playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And I know a lot of the fighting game stuff. But this is a deep dig for me. And the only reason I knew it was a deep dig is, A, I knew about it. I mean, this is the first I've heard of her. And B, my buddy who is deep into Silver Sable or comics or whatever, who likes Puck. I don't have that basis. Okay, I just know that he's a crappy character in Marvel Puzzle Quest. But okay, he comes to me and says, Silver Sable's in the game, gimme, gimme, gimme. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's a fan. So I didn't ask him for more information on her because I didn't want that in my face. When you meet that person who's just kind of all in your face, like, well, let me just start naming the 10 top reasons why she's awesome. And I'm like, that's cool, but I got things to do, bro. I'll Google her someday. Yeah, I don't know, probably sooner than later, knowing me. Anyways, so let's get into this. Silver Sable's in the store, but not alone. She comes along with Kitty and Wanda. Got my attention. You do. I like Kitty. I like Wanda. I like both of them a lot in this game. Are they top tier? No. They used to be pretty big meta in their own time period. But you notice the nerfs going on lately? Big people getting nerfed. Polaris, Mighty Thor, Shang-Chi's getting the axe as well. We're going to experience nerfs across a bunch of favorites. 3-star Namor, Iron May, supposed to get the axe at some point. Do you know what they all have in common? Big, explosive, crazy potential to just go like from 0 to 60 and you're dead. And it's just because of cascade potential. Mighty Thor was a big part of that. A lot of cascade stuff. A lot of reasons that she can make Shang-Chi or other characters go crazy nuts with damage. Awesome fast, right? Why am I bringing them up when I talk about these two, Wanda and Kitty? Because they were good, but they were never first turn win good. But they're still good. They're still powerful. You put them in a team, and as long as you have the mentality, the plan that you're going to win in a few turns, maybe not just 1 or 2, but a few turns. It might take 3 or 4 turns to get a win with them. You got to let Kitty strengthen some tiles. Let her clean up the board with her circuit breaker. She'll get you there, but you have to have the team to support her and let her support them back. She could do that for you. Wanda's the same way. A lot of defense. She could shape the board with a color preference and hold the enemy down with her blue. She can do that for you. She can help set you up for victory. But is she going to win it in 1 turn? Like with some big refreshment cart abusing ability right off the rip? No. These aren't broken characters. Thus, they're not getting nerfed. I think there's some value there. That's some stuff you could stick by, and it's not going to be nerfed. It's still super potent. You just got to have the patience to win on, turn 3 or 4, maybe. Okay? So I think there's some value here, and I don't mind growing these characters. They're not like 5-star Wasp or Doc Ock or, you know what I'm saying? They're not like slow. They're good mid characters. Can I say that? I think I could say that. Okay, what's up, John? Good to see you. Thanks for joining me on the Twitch side. Day 4078. Nice, man. Cascade potential. Fantasticar nerf. Well, I mean, Fantasticar is already boycotted from PvP, so is that even necessary? But, if they were to touch supports and do a whole support wave, I bet you that's one of the first ones that gets it. Fantasticar, the top 4, right? Fantasticar, Leapfrog, Thanos Copter, and Eros Arrow. Probably all 4 of those hit really quick. I'm gonna snooze that ad. We didn't even get into the polls yet. Come on, man. Okay, so just like last time I've done a poll session, just a really quick word to you. I have Golden Oldie still favorited. She's only like 6 covers away from being done. So once I have her done, matter of fact, let's check real quick. I think it's 6. Let's just look. Where are you at? There she is. Oh no, 8 covers away. Oh, I'm a dirty liar. 8 covers away from being done. So once she gets 8 covers at 500 a pop, so you know, once we get like over 4,000 shards built up, if we get there, then I'm putting a hard stop, emergency break. We're going in there, spending. I'm getting her to 550, and I'm switching gears to someone. I haven't even thought about who my next one is. I probably should put thought into that. I don't expect to get 4,000 shards though in one session. Should I? Should I expect that? PvP nerf counts. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. You get the 5 covers you needed for Silver Sable in 77 pulls and quit. 16 total 5 stars. Not too bad. 16 in 77 pulls? That sounds pretty good. I mean, I'm no mathematician, but that sounds nice. It's a good job, man. Who is my next 5-star after Golden Oldie? Let's say I get lucky and there's a bunch of 500 pulls in here, because that's not the first time to happen. We've had this happen before. I probably should be prepared for someone to hit. Who would be my next person to concentrate on? I probably want to base it around what I've been doing. Have you been noticing? Have you been watching these videos for years now? I base my polls based on who I want to bring up for like some sort of power play idea, whether it's a 4-star bringing it to Ascension at 5, or a 5-star that's super awesome for a plan like Golden Oldie and Emma. I know I'm late on the Golden Oldie train now, and it's deep. It's already not 1 turn killing in our current SCL 10, but I came this far. I'm going to finish the darn project. I guess I could make it Frankie. Like, we aim for Frankie because she's really good. I don't know. What was that? 4K shards. Depends on how long it takes to get the covers you need. 20%, John. Nice math on that. Cool. Cool. Good poll session, dude. So... I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I forgot who feeds Frankie. I had that pulled up at once upon a time. Who else? Anyone else that we should really aim for? I don't know. Well, what about 4-star wise? There's certain 4-stars I think would be really cool to pull up, get into position, right? One of the Fantastic Four. Ooh, it would be cool to get Maker up there. Get Maker on up. Oh, that'd be sweet. I feel like he'd be fun for the progress thing alone. Pretty sweet. Plus, he like, as fun as he could be, he demands to be the person in front and having attention on him. So that would be kind of cool. I mean, I could go off the rails entirely and do someone like Red Skull or Zemo and try to aim for them. I don't know. I mean, there's some good options in there. I don't see any reason to do some of these oldies. Although, if I do like Fantastic Four, that means I'm going for Doctor Doom, which, right? Because Doctor Doom is done up by. Oh, you can't see it in here. I think it'd be. Well, let's see. Let's just see, right? 4-star. Doop. And Maker is what? Blue, purple, black. There we are. Who do you feed, sir? Miles Morales? I forgot entirely about that. What? That seems not cool. I don't have any desire for Miles Morales to be fed. Now, the ironic thing here is Miles Morales is pretty good at building attack tiles. Not like the best out there, but he's decent, and that's what the maker needs to get rolling. So, you know, I can see that being a good thing. It wasn't really on my list of things to do, though. I don't know. I'm sorry. No, it was a feeder for Frankie. Oh, it was a feeder for Frankie. I see what you're saying. Okay, you thought one of the Fantastic Four was a feeder for Frankie. I don't think so. I don't remember. Now we... Well, now I gotta look. Dang it. Let's change that purple to yellow, and that way we get the original Mr. Fantastic. Reed Richards. I can't look at his feeders because he's 370. Do I got one down here? There you are. You. Silver Surfer. Skyrider, Skyrider, Skyrider. The silver one, not the golden one. I'm not seeing any clues about a golden one in there. Nope. Okay. Not you. What if we change that up to blue, yellow, green? Probably not Invisible Woman, right? Probably not. Do you feed nobody now? I thought once upon a time she fed Doom or something like that. I guess she feeds nobody now. Huh. I can't keep up on all the changes. Jeez. Neophyte, how's it going, man? Good to see you on the YouTube side. Oh, 4-star Torch, the Annihilus version. Thanks, John. Look at you. You're a good bud. That might be the way to go. And plus, Annihilus just so happens to be a really fun character to use right next to Maker. Because, you know, he makes a pretty good amount of attacks with his green and buffs them all himself, too. So that could be a part and parcel thing, you know. What's up, Joe? Just getting ready to record my video. Got SABLE champ from Just from Shards. Good luck to you. Thanks, man. That's good to hear. Got her champed already, huh? Yeah, I'm down to 2 covers left for her. But I'm not stopping there. I don't know. I kind of want to just get a big old pull session going. I don't know. Call me weird. So I think let's go with... Let's do that. Let's do Annihilus into Frankie. That's if we hit 4,000 shards on Golden Oldie in this session. Okay? Don't want to put the... What? Cart before the horse or whatever. Some sort of old-timey phrase. Let's go. Ready? Pack leader. Oh man, we don't get 50 pulls at once. I missed the 50 button now, John. John has put me onto doing the 50 pulls in one session, one button press, and now I'm hooked. It's like, you know, instant fun for me. Now I gotta do it like one click at a time, like a pauper. Okay. What's up, Lep? Good to see you, dude. Thanks for joining me on the Twitch side. Here we go. Let's click, click, click. Karnak. That's another character that's like really good, not nerfed, right? Really good character. Why? Because it takes 4 turns to get him going. Like I'm looking at these characters like, okay, two out of all the 4 stars, 2 of the same ones. Okay, I see you, game. But like these long-term characters, these characters that take a while to get rolling. Okay, Talos, we're not talking about you. You're still better than you used to be, but I think they have a lot to be spoken for, especially in the coming makeup of the game. Dark Veil and King, they're supposed to be on the chopping block in the coming months too, which is kind of sad. They're like the way that non-whales, can we just say that, can punch up. Shoot, even whales in the PvE department use them against really high level nodes like on SCL10. And high difficulty, you're using those characters because it's just easier to get a 3-turn win against someone with almost 1,000,000 hit points that way. Clickety clickety click. Hi Miles, thanks for joining me. We're feeding the spider family today. Dark Beast is another goodie. I wish there was a way to expedite the opening. Yeah, this whole like click, 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 and then it's... Okay, Hydra Stomper got a buff recently. Is it worth talking about? No. I looked at the character, decided to take a peek inside. It's very little of a buff. Like, the numbers got touched. That's about it. Not really much else to talk about. Anyways, no, it's just, if you're looking for quick wins, I feel like that's what they're doing. They're trying to get rid of the very quick win options. And so, good characters that win very well, but take a few turns to get rolling, I think that's who you want to look at. And that's why I see Kitty and Wanda in here, and I'm like, there we go. Plus, let's look at this from another objective point, okay? I don't see the developers, okay, and maybe I'm being blind to this, right? Ooh, finally a purple, right? Woo! I interrupt these thoughts to pull this token now. There she is. I need Silver Sable. I need 2 more Silver Sables, but I'm not gonna be mad at any covers I pull for Kitty or Wanda. I don't see them offering a store with Kitty and Wanda in there, and then they're gonna turn around and nerf either one of them like a couple months down the road. I don't see it happening. Because in the past, when they've done stuff like that, they within X amount of time, they had to go and offer rebates or reimbursements or whatever for purchases made. And, you know, just go ahead if you want to look up the history. Look up how Gambit got nerfed and how they had to handle that. Or Bishop, or... I don't remember if Old Man Logan got reimbursements for him. But I remember that was a thing. I don't remember if they reimbursed for that, though. But yeah, there was a couple times in history reimbursements were handed out. People spend money and resources on this stuff, and then, you know, if you go turn around and change how they play, you know, the game developers kind of have a responsibility to kind of give back. Okay, purple, give me a Sable. Yes, there we go. It is kind of weird they use a Venom cover for her, right? Even though, isn't there Silver Sable has her own comics. I was made aware of this. But whatever, it still looks cool. I guess that's what it's all about. Does it look cool? What was that over there? I'm sorry, I missed something. I'm gonna click this while I read. It is miserable to take away a method of competing against the whales and challenge node. That is true. 100 for the King Vale thing, yes. Definitely. Well, I mean, we still have 1-star Hawkeye, and we still have King Vale technically right now, but 1-star Hawkeye's there, and that's just ridiculous. I've started King Veiling the challenge node recently. Depending on the challenge node, I have too. But while Black King was boosted, and yes, I'm totally abusing the ascended boosted Black King. Shang-Chi was in awe of Black King's power. I would just pop that purple, would absorb a bunch of AP, and all of a sudden he'd be punching for like 200 plus K on turn 1. And then 3-star Namor's in the background like, oh, anything you can do, I can do better. And he would just kaplow into somebody else. Stupid damage. Love it. Okay. Sable. Silver Sable. Yes. There we go. She's done. Anything else from here is gravy. Heck yeah. Wolverine X-Force. I remember. Oh. X-Force Wolverine. There was a nerf for Wolverine X-Force? And they gave reimbursements for it? I don't remember that one. I remember when he used to be red, yellow, green, just like the other Wolverines, before he got a black power. He was horrible. That was so long ago, though. We're talking like over 10 years ago. This was old school stuff for him. Ridiculous. He was bad. It was like, oh cool, I got this 4-star Wolverine. I'm just gonna put him on the shelf. He was not good. He was so bad that if you saw him in PvP, you still didn't fear the enemy, even though there was like only like 3 or 4 4-stars at the time. Doom. 4-star Doom is someone I wouldn't mind raising up a little bit. I feel like there's some potential in there, but obviously it's bad at the 4-star level. Jeff! Sorry if you missed talking about his Silver Sable. Good. Thank you for bringing it up, Jeff. Let me just save that thought. What was that? 1-star Hawkeye is how I get through Simulator? Fair. Lep. I think it was something to do with Sentry countdowns. With Wolverine? Why would Sentry countdowns affect Wolverine? I don't remember that. Yeah, that's right. After they updated him from crap. Huh. I would want to see that. I don't remember why would Sentry countdowns affect how Wolverine acted. It seems so strange. Okay, anyways. I'm going to go and skedaddle on over. Look at this purple real quick. Yay, kitty cover. Jeff. Silver Sable, good. 2 parts. 1, I don't know. I don't have her up that high yet. I got her at 13 covers if you count this pull session now. She's will be champ by the end of this. On paper, meh. But if you know me at all, I'm looking at using her for other purposes. She has a black that costs 5. Just 5. And it states that you can choose. Basically, you're going to do X amount of damage to the enemy before the countdown's done, or you're going to get rid of 2 or 3 enemy tiles before the countdown's done. Either way, as long as you do it, you get 6 yellow and 6 purple AP for doing so. Let's recap what that means. You spend 5 black, and then all of a sudden you're getting 12 AP in 2 other colors. Yes, I like that. There's something abusable here. I'm already contemplating how we could get things done with, like, oh, I don't know. You want to be ridiculous? You could use something like 4-star Doc Ock, who just removes anything the enemy puts on the board, right? Or shoot, even Morbius. You could put enemy tiles on the board with 4-star Carnage, and then just get rid of them at your own leisure, maybe using one of those characters, because she likes the yellow and purple. There's ways to abuse that. It's there. I haven't got to play with it myself yet, and there's a phrasing in there. And I feel like there's a lot of potential. Like, don't just look at free AP and walk away. There's something there. What's up, Brian? Thanks for joining on the YouTube side. There's Wolverine. We were just talking about you. Welcome to the party. Lady Ock. What was that? So long ago. Can't quite remember. That's the problem, Lep. That was so long ago. John, I will take that. PiMacleod vibes. Yes. If I had it long and flowing and do that, I'd have to have it like wisp away. That's great. It's awesome. I'll take that. I killed your master. I love it. Oh man. Such good movies. I have not had good purple pulls there so far, have I? I mean, I've commented every time we've had one. We've had what? 2 kitties, 2 sables? I think that's what we've had so far. Yuck. Hey, game. I mean, I like this. I like, getting resources, but I've spent over 1,000. Oh, I should have looked for Blob. I would totally take an Ascended Blob. I know it requires enemy sap tiles to work, but man, that could be so cool. Like, how much does he get? I'd have to look that up. It's probably not worth it, but it would just be cool to bounce on into a PvP. Like, I got Blob. Yeah. I don't know. Call me old X-Men video game nostalgic. Come on, purple. Give me, I don't know. Who do I want? Wand? I want anyone. I'll take them. There we go. Get the job done. Thank you for telling me that, Silver Sable. That's what I needed. Those are the words I needed. Like the kitty cat hanging on the tree poster. Hang in there. I needed a little bit of inspiration to keep moving. Thank you very much. Colleen Wing. Colleen Wing is one of those two that, like, if I got her ascended, I could see that being very dangerous. Because she does extra damage based on... Wait. Flip it. Doesn't she use strike tiles as protects, if I remember correctly? I feel like that's what she does. And it's like, that's really cool. Especially when you think about, oh, I don't know, Hot Pool and how he doubles the value of a strike tile. Like, come again? Colleen Wing? that could be really dumb. Not a lot of blob builds out there. It could be a trendsetter. Yeah. The problem is it relies on enemy sap tiles. And you don't really... I mean, you can make enemy attack tiles, right? But there's not a ton of ways to make enemy strike tiles, which is where the money's at. He gets stronger, like more match damage off of enemy strikes. So you'd have to really like figure out how to wiggle in 4-star Electra or get 5-star Colossus more black to feed those. And then you got to make sure they get into the bottom 2 rows so he can eat them up. Like that's kind of ironic that Electra was on my screen at the time, but it's just pure coincidence. I guess Sabertooth would be an option too, but then, you know, if you match one of the enemy ones, then you're destroying stuff that you don't want to. Purple Man. Ugh, it wouldn't be a poll session without Penny Parker. Boo. Thank you, Matt. Matt said it. That's totally it. No one can stop no one can move the blob. I love it. I can still hear the X-Men arcade game screaming that at the top of its lungs. Well, its artificial lungs. From across the arcade. Patch Wolvie. Yeah. Patch Wolvie could be good. And to be fair, my Patch Wolvie's probably closer to 5-star Ascended than like some of these other dudes are. Let's keep clicking. Patch Wolvie, huh? There's not a lot of other enemy strike makers, is there? We said most of them right here. Oh, man, it is spider time. No. You know, it's a sad thing. I see updates for Marvel Rivals, and I'm like, oh, cool, that game was fun. And that's as far as my thoughts go. I don't really miss it. It's the old man in me. I'm coming to terms with like, yeah, I'm not young enough to be in that crowd anymore. I'll just play games with my kids, have my mobile games on the side. I'll do me. Come on, Purple. Let's go for a ride. Who are you? Silver. I'm getting plenty of Silver Sable now. Maybe not plenty. That's not the word for it. More Silver Sable than the others. Wanda's just hiding somewhere. She went back to West whatever. Okay. Hey, maybe she's here now. Knock, knock. Hey, there she is. She did show up. Welcome. She came into the game finally. Does Northstar move tiles to the bottom? Well, Northstar does both. He moves tiles to the top and the bottom, depending on like what color they are. I think it's like enemy strength dependent, if I remember correctly. Hellcat moves to the bottom, yeah. But I think Northstar does the top and a bottom. Oh! John, I just now picked up what you put down. Holy wow. Okay, John. John's got his lab coat on, everybody. So if you have a blob and you have a way to make, and he's ascended, and then you have a way to make enemy strike tiles, and then you have Hellcat move them to the bottom. Blob eats, and he doesn't leave crumbs. Huh. I like that, John. That's pretty good. But then you can't use 3-star Wolverine, because then it would all be purples, and they would just match themselves out, and you'd be sad. But do that with, like, you could do that with Sabretooth then. Or Colossus. 5 Colossus would be fun. Although that'd be really weird. You have like the Blob and Colossus both just imposing. Like, Urgh. But I mean, the possibilities are there. Huh. Interesting. By the way, if anyone's wondering, like if I'm gonna go later on off stream, right, and I'm gonna do research for that. Let's say I'm sitting here in my lab in my head, and I'm like, oh, how would I make this work, right? You know, you can literally just go into the top search of your roster and type in the words enemy space strike. That's it. And then go down and change the filter to say, what was it? Ability. I think it's like ability description or something like that. Yeah, change it from name to ability. And it'll search all the abilities in the game and look for every single mention of enemy strike. Now, of course, some of them are going to be like, oh, enemy strikes get, I don't know, debuffed or whatever, right? Some of them are going to be wrong. But you're going to find every single time that enemy strikes are mentioned, and then you can trim the fat that way. Literally, when I'm doing my research for like, oh, I have a team idea. What can I use for this? I use the filter every time. It works very well. Hello, Purple. Kitty. I want more Kitty. I do. I want that buff to work. Maybe that's who I should be playing for, is Kitty, right? I don't know. Frankie is so good. Like if I didn't do Frankie, that'd be missing out, right? Frankie and Annihilus should be the next ones. Come on. You gotta act right, Pi. Come on. Act like you play the game. See you on YouTube later. Okay, John. Thanks for joining me, man. Does Blob eat multiple man tiles? Yes, Blob does eat multiple man dupes, which is really disturbing if you think about it. That is really disturbing. Wow. That would be a fun way to do it, though. So, like, if you know... Ooh, purple. Wanda! Woohoo! So, if you know going in, you're using multiple man just to feed the Blob. Again, disturbing. You could just cast the 3 colors of dupes that make strikes, attacks, and protects. And just let him eat. That's real interesting. Huh. Ooh, more Wanda, dang. I know you didn't like Viper's graphic, but I think Silver Sable's worse. Yes, the Blob as Hannibal Lecter. You're with me on it, Matt. Thanks. Oh boy. I think my problem with Vipers is that it didn't have a lot of details in the face. It looked very smooth and very Barbie doll-ish. If I had to say there's a problem with Silver Sables, is that she looks kind of mannish. I mean, no offense. Maybe there's some background there that I'm not aware of. I don't know Silver Sable's background. But is she supposed to look that? Like in the face, it looks very, like, chiseled, you know? I think that's if I had a problem with Silver Sable, that's it. But other than that, it's definitely not the worst graphic out there. It doesn't look as flat and smooth as Viper's, but it just looks chiseled. Like I wouldn't want to go into an arm wrestling match against her at all because her face alone tells me she's strong. I'm sorry. It just, yeah. Anyways, purple. Kitty. Woohoo! Is it mannish or just old? Well, I mean, the old we were deriving from the silver hair, right? Let's be fair. Well, I mean, okay. Whoop. See, look at me. I'm looking really close at her. But I have to zoom out because I'm older. I mean, she's not like in her 20s or 30s, right? I don't know. I don't know Silver Sable's age. Is she supposed to be older? I don't know. I just kind of pictured her as like mid 40s, hardened sniper girl. I have no clue. I don't know. I have no clue. This is probably one of those points where it's probably good that I don't know the background because maybe I'd be more appalled. I don't know. Ooh, purple. Okay. Okay, are we catching up on 5s all of a sudden? That's a good thing. Been a few of them recently. But yeah, I mean, just to circle back, you know, go full circle on this. Viper just looks so flat and smooth. Like, do you have like any sort of definition in your cheekbones or anything, lady? She looks very, very flat. It's kind of weird. So, remember when I was talking earlier about switching my favorites on 5-star because, oh no, Aunt May might get to 4,000 shards. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's happening unless I get a bunch of bonuses all of a sudden. I really want the Kitty and Wanda levels though, so I'm going to keep pulling. I mean, this is how we get resources, right? I know I'm spending CP, but I'm also building a lot of my 4-stars up this way too. Gotta spend money to make money, they say, right? Not totally the hair. Premature aging? Maybe it's one of those things where, like, she's seen some things. It added age to her. She's been through war. Ironically, there was the Civil War II cover right there. It's like it listens to you. So weird. Cloak and dagger. I do think it's funny that we're talking about this person being older, and we just passed by a Kraven cover, and I feel like Kraven's one of those characters in the game that should be like older. He gives off the feeling that he's been out there hunting for so long that he could definitely have the gray and have it be all natural. 45 beard is totally gray. I'm close to that number. I'm not offering numbers up right now, but it's a perk of the red hair is that it sticks around a while, but not forever. There's a couple grays in here. There's a couple. Oh, it's Reptile. Oh, Reptile. Oh, man. That guy just ruins everything. I still stand by he's the worst character in the game. For his star ranking. But even then, I think I'd rather use like almost any 3-star or even 2-star than Reptile. Ugh. Alright, there she is. Okay, there you go. You know what? Just off of this picture alone, I don't get to see the entire face, I don't get to see the chin or anything like that, but she looks not old in this picture. She looks, I don't know. She just looks, yeah. She probably should be a little different. Just a little. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. I think the aging thing is right on. I think what you're saying, Matt, about her looking older than what she should is right on if you're comparing to that Venom cover they're using for her. I would agree to that. That's pretty good. Somebody online was saying that her hand on the rifle looks weird too, and I don't know if I agree with that. Like, what else are you supposed to do? Like, wouldn't you like grip the rifle with a little claw grip? Like, you know, I don't know. Whatever. What do I know? Craven uses just for men. Oh, don't saddle me with Puck as well. Although if I'm being 100% fair, I'll take a Puck cover over a Reptile cover any day. Like, it's just no contest. Puck at least has a stun, a potential stun, and a passive where he can punish the enemy team. I could give him that. I know there's the passive on his green, but it never seemed to kick in when I wanted to, so screw that thing. Okay, purple cover into Wanda. Love to see more Wanda covers. Good stuff. The trifecta of suck. Yeah, they're pretty bad. I think in order it would be Reptile. What? Then Puck, then Penny? I'm not sure which one's worse, Penny or Puck. They both have a stun, but Puck depends on there being a... Doesn't he need like a projectile out there to make it work? Penny doesn't need that. I don't know. But she also has that self-damaging thing. She gets her stun tile out there, experimental webbing, and then all of a sudden her black starts doing team damage to herself. Just bad design. There you go, Debs. You want to listen in? If you're going to listen this deep into the poll session, listen in. You want to buff some people? Make them not suck. Like, I haven't talked bad about Talos in a long time. Talos still isn't great, but he's not the dumpster fire he used to be. Now if he's actually buffed or something, he's usable. Not that I'd go out of my way, but he's usable. But man, those three? No. No, no, no. Reptile's the worst, though. The worst. It's like a dupe cover. Dupe's another one of those people that'd be cool to like boost up. Like, I guess if I was gonna like 5-star champ 550 kitty, right? I could use dupe as my 4-star. Help her get there. You got 4-star Kate and dupe that both feed her. It's not a bad idea. I don't know. It's neither here nor there. I don't think I'm hitting 4,000 today. I have plenty of time to think about it. A lot of Osborne covers got coming to me here, though. That's good. I wonder if I'll ascend Osborne Spidey before I finish off Golden Oldie. I don't know. Be kind of neat. Ooh, a Shuri cover. It's always nice to get a cover for your Ascended peeps. Okay, hello Purple. More Sable. We're going to get to see what she's capable of. Look at the numbers a little more deeply. Medusa. What about Ghost Rider 2099? Have you said yet that you didn't remember he was in the game like every other video? I haven't said that this video yet, but I will admit that I used him in a couple of fights recently because I kind of was determined to. I was like, okay, let's make use of him. We have those in shield clearance level 10. We have those really high level fights now, right? And so my 4-star Ghost Rider 2099 is obviously an underdog to those characters, right? That's how he is good. He's good as an underdog. There's not a single point in his character description that says, yo, you want to use him when he's tops. No. He's not like any other meta character where he wants to be on top and just punch down. No, no, no. He is better when he's behind the 8-ball. Okay, so I remember using him, and it took like no time for him to start doing exponentially more damage. It was pretty good. Is it anything worth writing home about? No, because I have 5 stars on my roster that are really well covered. I'm going to keep using those, right? But it was noticeable. It was like the sort of thing where, if I have this situation pop up again, I mean, I could look at using that more often. It really depends on the situation, right? What's that? What's up, Righteous? Righteous, am I saying that right? Thanks for joining me on the Twitch side. Haven't really looked into the new Sable. Her purple and yellow have, don't really strike a lot of like, oh, that looks awesome. No, they don't. They don't look that amazing. However, her black can, for 5 black, can make 12 AP. 6 yellow, 6 purple. It's very notable. So, like, sort of self-sustaining character, especially when you get someone that can just feed her black right off the rip, like a support, maybe. There's some stuff going on there. I said this earlier in the vid, but I just wanted to point it out. I feel like that's where she's going to benefit greatly, is as a purple and yellow feeder. If not for herself, for some cool comrades. There's more than a couple of cool characters out there that use purple and yellow. Hello, hello, more Sable. Woohoo! So no Silver Sable Shard quests. That is true. They haven't done that for the last couple characters now. I feel like they're kind of backing away from that, probably because they've increased our rewards. I don't have a direct line to the developers, okay? I don't have a way to say this is why for sure. But if I had to guess, we've been getting a lot more shards and covers for characters based on the increased difficulty. The old shield clearance level 10 for PvE purposes, those rewards and nodes were moved down to level 8, right? But even the new level 8, which was level 10's difficulty, right, gets better rewards than what it used to. So, yeah, I think, I feel like they're just kind of pulled back the quest, like, we gave you guys enough freebies now. Just play the darn game, and you'll get all the freebies you need. And they're not wrong. If that's the justification, they're not wrong. We're getting plenty of stuff just for playing. If there's a hindrance to it, I feel like the game nowadays kind of relies on the community feeding the community. Like, if we're not here talking about what synergies work, who does what, then it's easy to kind of miss what's what. The game doesn't tell you good synergies, good meta, good anything. There's no information within. You have to kind of look around the internet, look around, hopefully be in a good alliance. This game kind of relies on its community a lot to be in the way it exists right now. Hey, I was just talking about favoriting you, Annihilus. Human Torch Annihilus, that is. We're getting there. We'll get there one day. Okay, I'll take a 5. Let's go. More Sable. The silverest of sables. Okay, we'll do another one. Yeah. Cool. Got the job done. Been there, done that, right? Yes. More thing. I've had a couple thing covers here. Probably going to get some sort of feeder for King going here soon. Because Thing feeds King, if you don't remember. What's up, Brian? Would 4-star Moonstone be a good fit with Sable? Let me just go out on a limb and say 4-star Moonstone is a good partner for a lot of different people. That yellow is cheap. Can feed a lot of black AP. You put the right support on her, like Refreshment Cart, and you're going to be making yellow and or black hand over fist yeah, you could use her for a lot of different characters, but for Silver Sable, they will feed each other back and forth. That would be pretty darn good. Yeah, that'd be cool. I could see that working really well. You could cast, if you put on a support like SPDR or Sanctum Sanctorum, start her with some yellow AP, right? Boost it if you need to. All of a sudden you're casting Moonstone's yellow right off the rip. And that would help you feed more black and yellow because her passives at state, some of those APs you gain are automatically transferred into black. Yeah, that could be really good. That could be pretty darn good. I think if I remember correctly, she counts as a villain. So if you wanted to, you could put SPDR or Sanctum Sanctorum on Silver Sable. And then on Moonstone, you could put the Tinkerer or someone that feeds black AP like Ebony Maw. That way you have a little bit of both. Just thinking out loud. Shoot, we didn't even talk about the third character for that. Probably someone that would really abuse purple, right? Because you have the yellow and the black tied up between Moonstone and Silver Sable. So who would really have a great purple for punch? Just leave that hanging there, right? What's that feel? Pull rate been looking really smooth for you. Well, you know what? It actually, I will say, Righteous, that it's been looking good the last, I don't know, 2,000 CP worth of pull. Because the first 1,000 CP was very bad. It was a desert landscape. There was crying babies and dying puppies. Nothing was good. It was horrible. I think I got 4 5-stars out of 1,000 CP in the first 1,000. Enough to make most people stop pulling. And then the game, I don't know, turned around. They're like, oh, let's throw Pi a bone. And I'm like, thank you. See? A bone. Let's see who it is. Wanda! Woo! I like these ladies. Wanda and Kitty are definitely good. What's that? A 3-star Iron Fist makes more black with this purple. Oh, so you're talking like making like a Winfinite. You could. So if the black generates the purple, and then the purple makes more black tiles, and then that does, you cast Silver Sable's black to make it so you're doing more damage, right? You do the damage threshold thing, where you do X amount of damage and you gain more purple. Yeah, you could probably Winfinite that somehow. There you go, guys. Moonstone, Silver Sable, and 3-star Iron Fist. That's not bad. You could do something there. There's a Winfinite. No, that's a pretty good idea, too. Of course, you need to get it started, though, so don't forget your supports to start off with the AP you need. Not bad. See, we got even Professor X here. Old cue ball's like, that's a master plan. Yeah. Oh, thanks for showing your cover finally. Oops, clicked off a little bit. All right. Kitty coming on in. Nice. Yeah, I'm thinking like if I get enough Kitty Pride covers, I'm thinking it might be fun to mess around with Kitty Pride and Red Skull on the same team, because they both have those passives that like eat tiles one after another. And if you're eating away the enemy tiles faster, all of a sudden Kitty Pride's circuit breaker is going to go off quicker. It's basically just good board control mixed with damage output. I feel like that's a very, very fun thing to do. Of course, it doesn't mean much if the enemy doesn't put out tiles, so obviously use that sparingly. I would only use it against certain teams. Like, it'd probably be a really good way to punch down on the mindless ones. I know a lot of people like to use Chasm, so the mindless ones don't even produce a tile. But, you know, if you want to use that against them, It could be fun. A couple of Cosmos in a row. I'll take that. It's kind of weird. I like Cosmo, but I don't think I have plans for ascending him anytime soon. There's Old Man Craven again. Just for men Craven. What's that? I use them with Purple Man for the repeater quests. Yeah, Purple Man and repeater quests go together like peanut butter and jelly. That is so true. Especially you put a Tinkerer on him. Start off with a ton of black AP. Let it roll. Yes, another black. I mean a black. Purple cover. Kitty! Woohoo! Okay, Gertrude. Gertrude's one of those characters where I like her passive clapback ability, but I'm afraid that it would suck when you ascend her. You know, kind of like, well, anyone with a static number. You know, you do over this number of damage and this thing happens. Well, that number is going to go up drastically when you ascend them, and hence they're not as good anymore. But if you don't ascend them, then they have a low health pool, and then they don't survive long enough to see those things happen. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't, that sort of thing, right? What's that? You have to have Sable champed already. Oh, I do. I do have Sable champed already. I do. I'm just going because I want more Kitty and Wanda covers. I'm just spending, man. An actual raw Oscorp Spidey cover. Crazy. Look, I'm not going to spend any more after I hit 0. I'm not going to go and, like, get my covers acquired, roster everything, and then spend some more. No. I am bringing this down, though. Ooh, Maker. I want to... I don't know. We haven't had a nice big poll session in a while, and I feel like this is a good one. I like the characters involved. I needed to champ Silver Sable, and Kitty and Wanda are actually useful characters. They're actually good. Wanda's one of those characters that, like, she can stop a lot of enemy team damage stuffs in its tracks. Add her with Electro together and you've really halted team damage a lot. It's good stuff. More Kitty. Woohoo! Sabretooth, we just mentioned you earlier. Late to the party though. I'd do some pulls if I had the CP. You're broke? Flat broke, Matt? What do we at Aunt May here? Golden Oldie is up to 2,500. I mean, getting there. India. What would Moondragon look like ascended? If you think about it, like, she already dodges damage just because she doesn't want to be there, right? She already eats up enemy tiles. Is she really doing much more when she's ascended? I don't know. Food for thought. What you got? 350 CP or so? Yeah, that's not enough to really make a dent. That's what? Like 14 pulls? Something like that. Rough math, right? I feel like Domino would be kind of cool to have at the 5-star level. It's not like there's like a lot of reasons to have her there, except for just so she has the health pool, so she could survive long enough, so that you could have your black tile or just dependent characters fed more often. That might be fun. Although, I guess if we have black tile dependent characters, that's why Purple Man is there now, right? Kind of makes it too easy. A lot of India covers popped up so far. Nice. Icarus is another one of those goodies. 4 and 5 star reward trading just isn't the best right now. I kind of at like one of those stagnant moments when you're like right between a lot of good rewards. I hear ya, if that's the case. Totally get it though. Thankfully I'm at a good spot. I have a lot of people within the 360 to 370 realm on the 4 stars. My ascended 3 stars are getting to the top end of that 370 area. You know, they're getting there. A couple of 3 stars are actually going to be able to be ascended to 5 star within a little bit of time. I have a couple 2 star, no, 4, 5, 5. I think 5 2 stars in the 5 star realm. I don't have any 1 stars there yet. I haven't bought any of those. I don't spend money on this stuff. You guys know me by now, right? I don't do that. So I didn't spend any money on the 1 stars. Most of my 1 stars are all at the cusp though. They're at 370 and they're waiting for their next one to be built up. 2 stars though I have at, like I said, like 5 of them at the 5 star level. So yes, rewards are pouring in from those guys. And it's stupid awesome. Plus every one of these golden oldie levels is going to be just beautiful. Good resources. Looks like that and a lot of 4 stars waiting on ISO to champ. Well, yeah, that'll do it. Gotta... I don't know how you choose, but I mean, I always do the whole method of whoever I get... whoever has the most rewards waiting for me who isn't a meta person. Like if it's meta character, like let's just say like Polaris was waiting in line, right, to get champed. Even though she was nerfed recently, she's still good. I'd champ her just to help out the game, right? But if you don't have anyone meta ready to champ, then I would just look at who's got the most covers stocked up. Ooh, Viper. I don't think I've seen her cover like this yet. Kind of cool. Is that Oscorp Spidey cover like real? Every time that cover pops up, it looks fake to me. It doesn't look like a real cover. Did they draw that up for this game? It just doesn't look real. We've reached down under 1,000 CP. Oh noes. There's like less than 40 pulls to go. Oh wow, we're almost at 3,000 for Golden Oldie though. And if we're being quite honest, all these levels from Oscorp Spidey might just put her over too. But I'm not about ready to stop and look at that. I'm not. No, that's a little too much scrutiny. I know it's a little silly. I probably should, because maybe that would put it over the cap. Woo! Another silver sable. Woohoo! Nice. Depends on rewards. Let's say give a 5 full cover. I don't have unlocked. I mean, okay, so I hear that, but I mean, you've also already mentioned not having the ISO and stuff. So like, isn't that just creating another problem by doing that? Like, wouldn't you want to just hold on to that anyways? And like I would only unlock them if that, let's say there's a PvE coming up that requires, I don't know, why am I blanking on a person? Adam Warlock. Let's just say Adam Warlock is an essential coming up, right? And you don't have them. Wouldn't that be the best reason to unlock them right then? Is just to kind of wait for that moment. Otherwise, just kind of keep them in waiting. I'm just talking with you here. Oscorp Spidey was a character in ASM for a bit. Yeah, but I mean, I know he's real, but it's more or less like, is that cover real? That cover looks fake. Oh man, I missed something over there. What's up, Righteous? Still way too new to have a good train to be anything like this. Trying to fix my game up after adding all kinds of 5 stars when I wasn't really ready for them. So now trying to add all the 3 stars and then working on 4 stars. Dude, that is the way to go. Righteous. I'm gonna put my phone down. if you're at the low end of the game, and I'm not saying that to be objectively negative towards anyone, that's what you do. You work up, you work your way up. You didn't build the pyramid by going straight up and building out and around it. No. You build a pyramid by doing one level at a time. Build those layers. That's how you play this game. This game is definitely a slow and steady wins the race sort of game. Anyone who just buys their way on up, I mean, sure, you have a fancy new fun toy, but the rest of your build-up is going to be, it's just going to be harder and harder the more you do of that. You kind of need to build all the layers as you go. Don't just go for one character. Very good, Righteous. That's awesome. Joe Spouse, the cover is made for MPQ only. Thank you, Joe. Joe comes through with the knowledge. Joe's awesome. It is very close to Amazing Experiment issue 7 from 2022. I did recognize that it was a similarity or something. Not that I would know which cover specifically, but yes, that's awesome. Very good, Joe. If you guys don't know, by the way, Joe Spasto. I don't know how to say if I'm saying it right. He's on Twitch right now. He's in our chat over on Twitch. Go see the guy. You can go subscribe to him too. He does videos just like I do for MPQ. He's a good guy. So the cover, yeah, cover is, well, really made for MPQ, Matt. Close enough. I'm sorry, Joe. Joe's Posto? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll learn that for you after I just jumped up too quick, so appreciate the knowledge. No problem, Righteous. Joe's Posto? Oh, that is it. Woohoo! Cool. Achievement unlocked. Pronounced name correctly. Blook. What killed me was the LL pools. All those 4 stars that I covered up that just compounded over a couple of seasons. Yeah. That's a lot. yeah, it can get to you. You get like so many things stockpiled and you're like, oh, I just want to pull, or I just want to get these rewards. I earned all these things. Don't I deserve to get them now? This would make me happy if I had pulled these. Dopamine hits, right? I mean, we all know it's real now. So, yeah. But yeah, there's definitely a science to the madness in this game. A lot of patience, a lot of build-up. You could see it in my my videos all the way from back in time, back when I made my first few videos with the GoPro camera on my baseball cap. Yes, that's my first few I made for Puzzle Quest. It was with a GoPro camera trying to hover over my table like this. Yeah, there was definitely a journey in my videos if you go through them, like of how I've built up, how I've worked my way to this point. Colleen Wing. That would... Nope. I'm so easy to put me down a rabbit hole. I could easily talk about, ooh, man, Colleen Wing could be cool ascended. Stop it. No. Someone bring a rolled up newspaper and bat me one. What was that? Yeah, a few hundred 4-star covers. I could cover and save, but just a lot to pay for. This is... Yep. I hear it loud and clear, even though it's just words. Ooh, the Maker. It's still weird that the Maker fuels or feeds 5-star miles. Like, what? The only connection is that idea. I mean, unless there's a comic book connection I'm not aware of. Full disclosure. But the fact that 5-star miles helps makes attack tiles and the Maker likes to eat attack tiles. That's an in-game connection, sure. But I don't think there's any comic connection between them. I don't know. What do I know? Down under 400 CP. I've seen a lot of Drax covers, haven't I? don't think I've seen a 5-star in a bit, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe we're ending off how we began. Slow. Ugh. Not cool. Maximus would be another character be neat to see ascended. Some of those characters recently have some really cool abilities. Anyways. Hello, purple. Silver Sable. I got an ad starting here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to snooze this one for you guys because we're at the end of this poll thing. Let's do this right. Come on. You don't just get to watch this long and then like get the last few polls hidden from you. Come on. Let's have some humanity, right? They're both from the Ultimate Universe in comics. Well, so there's that. I mean, I would assume there's a lot of characters in the Ultimate Universe. Okay. Oh, Matt said that, and Joe said that. Are you two the same person? Hey, you guys. I see you both. Almost there. Less than 200 shards. Finally got a gore pull. It's kind of weird. 500 shards out of nowhere. Thank you, Golden Oldie. She's almost at 4,000. Are you going to do this now? Are we going to get hit 4,000 right now, finally? It's ridiculous timing. Actually, it will. Oscorp Spidey's going to put her over with the covers that he's getting. Woohoo, Wanda. I'll take another 5-star for the road. Let's go. Okay, put that back down. Another gore cover. You show up once and then all of a sudden you want attention. 3 more pulls. Oh, another 5-star. Yes. The Prowler in-game is from the Ultimate Universe too. I feel like I knew that one. I'm not sure though. I'm a little off on that because I've had him on his old school costume for so long now. I kind of forgot the new one. Another kitty. Wow, another kitty. I pulled it and didn't even see it. I was like busy in conversation. Woot. So I had a Wanda and a kitty within these last few. I had a few Mysterio pulls, which is kind of weird. And this is the last one. Last one right here. Click. Red Guardian. Okay. Can we put him on the... I'm not going to say he's like Puck or Reptile bad, but he is pretty darn low, right? Like, say like bottom 10 of all 4-stars, right? Come on, tell me I'm wrong on that. Tell me that he doesn't belong in bottom 10 of 4-stars. Red Guardian is pretty abysmal. He's got a blue stun, I'll give him that. But, I mean, if you're talking about passive protect making, Magic does it better. It's not reliant on yellow tiles. His red does damage, but only does extra when there's an enemy protect out, and he has no way of making an enemy protect. Bad character. What's up? Anyways. What's that, Neophyte? I've almost maxed out my second 4-star Red Guardian, and when that one is done, I ascend to 5-star. Oh my lord, Neo. Neophyte, when that happens, when Red Guardian hits 5-star ascension for you, can you tell us about it? Excuse me. That's crazy. I want to know all about it. When you get 5-star Red Guardian, I want to know all the stats. Go ahead and flood the message in the comment with it. I want to see it. I'm totally amused by this. The same thing goes for Reptile, Puck, Penny, Talos. These bad characters, I want to see what they look like ascended. Just because if someone puts that effort into it, we have to celebrate that. Bad, but he's not the trifecta of suck. Right. 100% right. That stun is doing a lot of heavy lifting. It truly is. I mean, you can't like look down on stun. Stun is a really good value to have, but it's not that big of a stun. It doesn't last that long. It adds a couple of attack tiles. Like what is this? It's not worth it. Anyways, What do we got here? 244. Is that what we really pulled today? 244? Let's make sure it's all qualified. Yet wasn't threes, wasn't twos, wasn't ones. I just noticed that they didn't put 6 stars in the inbox. I guess they just know that they're never going to hand out a cover of Galactus. Anyways. Nope, not 4s. We want 5s. Let's do the count. It's that time where I break out a notepad like it's my Windows 95 PC or something. Let's get the number here. That was what? How many was it again? 244. That's a ridiculous number. 244. Typey type. There we go. 244. Okay, ready? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 33. Is that it? Is that it? 33 out of 244? That sounds horrible. There's no way. Is that really what it is? I'm going to... Come on. For real? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 33, 34. It is 34. Oh, that is horrible. That is the worst. Is this my worst the channel has done? 34 divided by 244. Oh, that's not the worst. This is not the worst percentage we've had. We've had much worse percentages. Almost 14%. This is bad percentages. It is not average. 15% is average if you don't know. Wow. That's okay. I mean, it is what it is. Now that I can change things, right? What's that? Penny being required today's Spider-Verse quest is a real bummer. Yes, it is. Whenever someone is horrible and they're required for quests, I almost always put them on the easy nodes. You know, those 3 easy nodes we get for every PvE, along with Thanos and 5-star Colossus, and just let them along for the ride. Like, oh, you want to win? Let's get you some easy wins here. That's it. All right, let's add these in. Dang, it seemed like I was doing better than this, but whatever. In you go. Let's just sop up all these hero points and tokens and ISO and HP. 500 on the dot. Welcome to the 500 club there, kitty. Reaching the Fortune 500. Wanda, you are much lower down than I want you to be. 477. It's better than it was, so we'll take it. And okay, Silver Sable. Click you. And then, so look at that. For 5 black, deal some damage, get 6 yellow and purple AP. That's ridiculous. And then let's do this one. Just throw that up here. Boop. Ba-doop. Okay, then we'll level her up. All right, promoter. Level her up again. She did not do bad for being brand new. Up to 461, not bad at all. This can go up to almost 5,000 damage. Really cheap purple. Kind of neat that it's like so cheap. Does very little damage for it, but I mean it's cheap. So what do you want, right? Destroy 2 AP in the target's strongest color as well. So flip the enemy target around. Like maybe if you want to, because each one has its own strongest color, right? So that's 3 different colors you could target technically. 2 or more friendly chai tiles on a board. The ability becomes tactical retreat, which now it's this. Heal Silver Sable for so much. And remove all the friendly chai trap tiles. Can I ask one thing? Do the chai trap tiles really do nothing else? I don't mean to sound ignorant, but the chai trap tiles don't do anything, and that kind of bothers me. It doesn't say what they do. It's just if two or more exist, then this ability becomes tactical retreat. And as soon as there are no friendly chai trap tiles on the board, now it turns back to adaptive tactics. In other words, two or more, and adaptive tactics flips to this, but you can get down to one chai tile and you'll still keep it on tactical retreat until you cast this ability or until you get rid of all the traps somehow. The traps don't do anything. They're just there to help flood the board. It's really weird that it's a trap that does nothing. Anyways, what is your guess for the next 6-card character we might remember, Ego or the Watcher? So you want my guess? It's in the game. Here, and I'll show it right now. Let's go. Where are you at? Big G. Big G has all the clues that I've been going off of. Sole survivor of the universe existing before the Big Bang, Galactus is perhaps the most feared being in the cosmos, a being of the same stature as eternity and death. There's my guesses. You mentioned 3 characters in this one thing. There's your new 6-star behemoth, right? Here's Galactus. And then they mention eternity and death as well in the same passage, and they told us right off the rip that 3 6-stars are going to be coming to the game quickly. I bring to you eternity or death being the next one. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but that's what I feel like they're going to go with. That way, this is all like foretold. Now, I would think it'd be cool if it'd be Ego or the Watcher or Dormammu or shoot, all those rumors about you make a 6-star Stan Lee. Nah, I feel like it's one of those. Like, why else would you mention that? Why else would you state that in there? You didn't have to bring them into it. There's no reason. You could have just talked about how cool Galactus is without bringing in others. All right. Whew. Okay. Team of Death and Thanos. Yeah, you could do that. That'd be true. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. I got plenty more 4-stars I got to turn in, but I'm not going to let you sit through all that. Plus, kids and wife are almost home from work/latchkey, so let's do the fatherly thing, right? Thank you very much for joining me on the YouTube side, Matt, Brian, and Jeff, and Neophyte. I appreciate it heavily. Thank you. On the Twitch side, we definitely have Righteous, Joe's Posto. Go visit him, guys. He's got a good channel too. And John Schick as always, and Lep. Can't forget Lep. Thank you for jumping in here as well, buddy. Okay, thanks everyone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one.